Hey guys, welcome back to another video like this from me, right? This is a Jaegerist cope kind of video, so if you're into that, if that's what you need right now, you've come to the right spot. You've come to the right place, because we're about to kick that off right now. Now, for some reason, these ranting videos are getting more views and more support than my videos about loving Attack on Titan. Prior to chapter 139, I had this entire series planned out. You can go on my channel right now. I did an hour-long podcast about Eren Yeager's character, right? Can we defend Eren Yeager is what that video is called. It's an hour long, and I just really got into the nitty-gritty of it. I did another video, 45 minutes, a podcast about why Eren is the father, right? So it just boggles my mind how I'm getting so many comments on my rants, because I have two of them, this is a third. I'm getting so many comments on those about people bashing me for my opinion. Excuse me, this is my opinion that a lot of people have. So why are you coming to my video to tell me how I'm a fake fan of Attack on Titan? I've been watching this shit for, 8 years? I'm 21 now. I've been watching this shit since I was 13. Reading this shit since I was 13. And you're telling me I'm not a fan because I have an opinion? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting hostile. But how can I not? How can I not get hostile? It's the people making videos like these who I can tell are fans. We're not just reading and watching with derp eyes, right? Just letting anything fly in the series. Because we've been watching and reading so long and so in depth, looking at symbolism, looking at foreshadowing, everything like that. Anybody who's made an Attack on Titan video about a character or a theme knows this. We took what the artist left for us and we drew logical conclusions using facts from his art. That is why I made another video, all 10 of the Attack on Titan ending theories. Any one of those 10 could have worked. Because they all took elements from the manga itself and drew a conclusion. So no, Erigene fan 600,444. So no, Peak Sama 332. No, we're not upset because our ship didn't sail. Most Jaegerists I know don't even ship Arahisu. It just made sense. And that's not me saying Aramika doesn't make sense, because guess what? That makes sense too. And in so many of the theories for the ending, you have Jaegerists saying, yeah, and then Eren will be with Mikasa and da-da-da or whatever. Or yeah, and then Eren will die and Mikasa will mourn and da-da-da, right? It just made sense. And then on the flip side, you have Jaeger saying, oh, it's going to be Eren and Historia. We didn't pull this shit. Oh my God, let me stop swearing. We didn't pull this out of our butt cheeks. We didn't just pull this out of thin air. We're using the what is in the manga to draw these conclusions. It's not like I'm sitting here saying, oh, Arari is going to become canon or something. Why would you draw that conclusion, right? Knowing what kind of story this is, that wouldn't even begin to make sense. It's just a ship that I like or whatever, you know? No, it's nothing like that. Thematically, and from what we've seen in the manga and the anime so far, Arahisu makes sense. It's never been about our ship sailing. It's been about this manga making sense. Now, when we're watching something, when we're reading something, we're not assuming we're being shown scenes for no apparent reason. Who would have guessed that Eren meeting with Historia would have amounted to nothing? Nobody's consuming art expecting certain scenes to not matter. Nobody's watching or reading anything like that. Oh, here's this scene. This probably won't matter. Here's Hanji with Sonny and Bean. This probably won't matter. Nobody's watching like that. Now, I don't know how much Sonny and Bean did matter to the overall story. You know, those two titans that they managed to capture and Hanji started, like, torturing them or whatever. I don't think they really mattered that much to the story. But we didn't know that, right? We don't just assume, no one consuming any kind of art, especially if it's a show, a movie, a book, no one's assuming that any specific scene is just going to be fodder at the end. No one's assuming, give me a movie, give me a popular movie. The only popular movie I can think of right now is The Little Mermaid. So, I don't know. If you hadn't watched it, I'm sorry. When you're watching The Little Mermaid, Ariel meets Ursula. Do you turn your head away from the screen? This probably won't matter. Her meeting Ursula, her signing this contract, this scene is probably unimportant. No, you don't do that. So, given the scenes in the manga, given the scenes in the anime, the build-up between Eren and Historia, the conclusion is drawn, hey, they trust each other a lot. They've come to an understanding. After Mikasa and Armin, Historia is the next person that Eren's talked to the most. Besides him and Jean fighting, I guess you could say. Historia is the second most talked to female by Eren in the show. And it's the deep stuff. It's the deep, juicy stuff. It's not him yelling at a female character to leave him alone. It's not him yelling at a female character to put him down, to stop treating him like a feeble old man. It's not that. Like it is with a different female character. No hate to Aramika. I ship it. I ship everything. I ship it all. So no, it's never been about a ship sailing. It's been about, hey, I'm an intellectual person. We're all intellectuals reading this manga. And we assume Isayama's an intellectual person who's writing this manga, right? Why would he just throw in scenes that don't make sense? But yet that's what we get. We get scenes that are never referenced back on. So what's the point of the scene? Like I said in my last rant, this manga, without all the random unnecessary scenes, which we know them as random and unnecessary now that it's ended, we didn't know that back then because we assumed logically that they would be going somewhere, that they were thematic, that they meant something, which apparently they didn't with the way that it ended. Like somebody commented on my last video, some people just aren't smart enough to watch Attack on Titan, to read Attack on Titan. Some people some people aren't watching deep enough. I won't say people aren't smart enough, even though that's true too. Some people aren't watching deep enough. You're watching because you want to see something die. You want to cry over your fave character dying. You're watching because you want to see a Titan. Right? That's why you're watching. That's why you who comment, you're just an you're not a real fan. You're just mad because your OTP, or your headcanon didn't ship or sail or whatever the fuck. No. That's not why we're mad. Well, actually, I'm not even mad. I'm just upset. And it's just annoying the kind of comments I'm getting on my videos. It's just super annoying. I'm sorry that you watched Attack on Titan like you watch an episode of SpongeBob. That's not my problem. That's not my fault. That you decided to watch Attack on Titan like one of those episodes of shows where the problem is resolved at the end of the episode, at the end of the 11 minutes. I'm sorry you decided to watch Attack on Titan / read Attack on Titan like an episode of Dora. That's not our fault. That's not our fault. That's on you. You weren't deep enough. This manga was deep. It was deep. But the last chapter wasn't. Except for the Levi scene. Except for the last scene with Mikasa and the bird in the tree. Now, I want to tell you my opinion on the final scene has changed a little bit. Somebody said, a fellow Jaeger said that, it's abstract. The bird isn't actually Eren. It's just abstract. It means Eren. It's not actually him, though. Something like that. And I don't know how he said it, but it made me come to terms with that at the very least. Which, this still could have been a good, ending with that scene in there, too. It still could have been a good ending. Eren, if he wanted to be with Mikasa so bad, why didn't he? Why didn't he use the Warhammer Titan ability to ensure his survival so he could be with Mikasa? Hey, Eren, if you're gonna leave Paradise Island to fend for itself anyway, what was the point of the entire rumbling? It makes no sense for his character. If he wanted to be with everyone so badly, but he was still gonna leave a threat to possibly harm Paradis, what was the point of the rumbling? There was no point. He died for nothing. And it makes no sense. I was okay with Eren dying if it meant something. Okay, I'm getting off track here. I'm sorry. Let me get back on track. I'm sorry. I literally did not care how the series ended so long as it made sense thematically. So long as Eren accomplished something, or say he did the entire rumbling, right? Nobody left but Paradisians. And they all turned on each other. Jaegerists versus people who aren't so Jaegerists. I would have been okay with that too, because then Eren would have been like, damn, I was wrong. Or something, and it wouldn't end open-endedly like that. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair that it ends and we're guessing when that Paradis is gonna get annihilated at some point. So we literally come full circle here. So it's not a time loop theory that we end up getting. It's just a damn loop theory. We start this manga and we end at the same spot. Literally. Wait, I'm just now noticing that. The tree, Eren Mikasa. The tree, Eren Mikasa, beginning and end, right? Paradis could be annihilated in the beginning. In the end, Paradis could be annihilated. But now, they don't have any walls. Now, they don't have any titans. So now they will be annihilated. And I just don't think it's fair that it ends open-endedly. We can assume that they get annihilated in probably 3 years. We can assume that much. Now, to make this a real Jaegerist cope, let's just think. I just thought of this today. This is the reason why I made this video. What I'm about to say right now is the reason I made this video right now. I know, 14 minutes in, I'm just now getting to it. Whatever. Are we to assume that the world was right for hating Eldians? Are we to assume that? Is that what the whole message of this story was? So we developed these feelings of attachment for Eren, for Armin, for Mikasa, for Jean, for Connie, for Sasha. That rhymed. I'm spitting bars over here. We develop all these emotions for them. We love them. Levi, Hanji, Erwin, we love them all, right? And the world is like, these are devils, these are horrible, blah, 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 they're terrible, blah, blah, blah. And then they end up eradicating 80% of the world, basically. We're going to say they, because even though a small handful tried to stop Eren, the majority were like, yeah, do it, Eren. They're the bad guys all along. Is that what we're supposed to assume? Hey, the world was right. Eldians are bad. That's the story. Is that what we're supposed to take away from this entire story? I'm confused. Are we supposed to somehow, I don't know. Why wouldn't he start the story off with Marley then? I feel like the story should have started off with Marley. And we should have gotten Falco, Gabby, da-da-da. We should have started off with them. And then have our grown-up Eren, since he's the bad guy anyway, come into Libero and kill a bunch of people that we know better now. If that was the message. That, hey, here we have a literal island of devils. They're going to come in here and wipe us, will kill some of us. Wouldn't it make more sense to make us be on Marley's side in the beginning? And then have Eren come in and kill them? I'm just confused as to why we had to sympathize with Eren just to be betrayed at the end like this. And then in the worst possible way. There is a right way to do something like that. But this isn't it. I just wish, my biggest wish is just that, like, Eren had free will the whole time. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, man. That's all I wanted. Now, we're also to assume that he went back in time and assisted, at the very least, because there's a split dialogue going on here that, oh, he didn't kill his mom. He just was complacent while Ymir did it, right? So we're going to say he assisted in the killing of his mom going back in time. Okay, then. Why did Squad Levi die? Think about it. Think about it. Why did Squad Levi die? Wouldn't it make more sense to have more heroes trying to stop Eren if that was his goal all along? Let's have more heroes try to stop Eren. And then the world will see more Paradisians that try to stop Eren. Squad Levi could have done that. That could have been great for them. We could have had the 104th Eren's besties and Levi's besties over in Marley trying to stop Eren in the end. That would have made them look even better. There's just so much shit in Eren's plan that doesn't make sense. With the way this last chapter is. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm just going to assume this whole time we've been mistakenly rooting for the bad guys. Even Armin and Mikasa. Thank you, Eren. Thank you so much, Eren, for killing 80% of the world for us. We won't let this be in vain. Thank you so much. And if it's thank you, Eren, for killing 80%, why isn't it thank you, Eren, for killing 100%? Now we all can do whatever we want. Flo was right the whole time. Flock. I don't know. Floke. Whatever. He was right the whole time. Let Eren do this. And then we can do whatever we want. If they let Eren complete his genocide, there would be no Third Reich Paradis right now. Think about it. Paradis becomes the new Marley by the end of the series. Paradis becomes the new Marley. We have the last 20% of the world, in fear, traumatized because of what Eren did, which Armin and Mikasa are thanking him for now, right? And then we have the Third Reich over here in Paradis. They look like bad guys. They look terrible. So the whole goal and theme and everything that we've been building up in the series is completely lost. It's completely lost. It just doesn't make sense. Now, I really want to touch on some of the comments I got. Debating if I'm going to touch on the hate comments or not. I don't know. I kind of did in the beginning, right? You're just mad because your OTP didn't You're just ungrateful and whatnot. If I wasn't a fan, I wouldn't be talking about it right now. If I wasn't a fan, I wouldn't know what I'm talking about right now, right? That's how deeply I was reading. I haven't read chapter 37, let's just say, in probably 5 years, but I still remember pretty much everything about the story. because that's how invested I was in it. For you to tell me I'm not a fan because I'm critiquing the art I'm consuming? Huh? Are you dumb? Go watch Blue's Clues then. If you're not submitting yourself to watch something deeply and get the themes and actually fall in love, that's why I just have the thought that these people are casual watchers. These are some people who heard about the rumbling and they decided to start reading it, right? These are some people who maybe saw a Tumblr post of Irwin being hot. Better yet, these are people who had the court Arari scene recommended to them on YouTube. The 17 million people who watched that, these are people who saw that and were like, damn, BDSM, what anime is that from? Ooh, yeah. And I liked Code Geass a lot. Sorry, I know I'm like skipping and jumping all over the place. This is the last off-topic kind of off-topic thing I'm gonna say. I like Code Geass, it was pretty good. I liked it. It was great. The thing you don't get with Code Geass is the significant plot holes that we get here. When Code Geass ends, you get it. You're satisfied. Spoiler alert, Lelouch dies, but he accomplished something in his death. So you don't feel ripped off as the watcher. And it's not like The Mist, where they pretty much died for nothing. But you still feel like fulfilled in some way. You're like, oh, fuck, the story's wrapped up. Every hole has been answered. But damn, he killed his own son and stuff for nothing. He did all this for nothing. Oh, shit, that's so sad. That's so tragic. It's not like that because we still don't have answers. Now, you can say this is kind of The Mist ending, right? He killed all these people for nothing since he didn't kill the last 20% who are definitely going to come back and retaliate in 2, 3, at most 5 years. Okay? Paradis is 100 years behind in technology. We see a bunch of people with rifles, but what is a rifle gonna do against a bomb? The world is 100 years ahead of Paradis in technology. You see the Third Reich soldiers in Paradis with their rifles to the air like, if we don't win, we lose, and if we don't fight, we can't win, and da-da-da, right? With their rifles in the air. What's a rifle gonna do, baby? What's a rifle gonna do against a bomb? Your colossal titan was your bomb. Now you don't have one. 100 years behind. My last video, I talked about why is Levi with Gabby and Falco at the end. I got a commenter. Thank you for commenting, Queen. Alice. Thanks for commenting. They said, Levi probably isn't allowed in Paradis, right? After pursuing and killing Eren. Then why is Mikasa? Why is Mikasa allowed back in Paradis? She's not in Ackerman anymore, right? That was Titan science. Who's protecting her? Who's protecting her? She came back to Paradis. Don't know how she got there, by the way. Everything from Marley to Paradis was stomped flat. Another plot hole. It was stomped flat. No boats. No planes. How did Mikasa get back to Paradis? I digress. There's no answer for that. She swam. She walked 100 miles and then she swam to Paradis. No answer. Why is she allowed back in Paradis? The Third Reich Jaegerist community. And she killed their god, basically. She killed their god, Eren Yeager. And she can just go sit freely under a tree in Paradis with his tombstone. There's another question. Their god is dead. Nobody else is mourning the god of Paradis that they all celebrate so much? On the 3rd anniversary of his death, nobody else is at this tree? Oh, well, they didn't know about it. Okay, how'd Mikasa get to Paradis with Aaron's head in her hands? Nobody saw Aaron's head in Mikasa's hands? She carried this fucking head 6,000 miles. She swam with this head 6,000 miles, and no one saw her carrying Aaron's head. No one knows where he's buried. She's the only one. The 3rd anniversary of his death. Mourning his death. Okay, moving on. It still doesn't answer why Levi's with Gabby and Falco. Wouldn't you guys, even if you're not a Jaegerist, even if you're just a casual reader or whatever, wouldn't you appreciate maybe a couple panels of Levi establishing a bond with Falco and Gabby? Because all we've seen is Levi barking orders at them. Orders! Why are they together? What, they're in London? Why are they in London together? If anything, he should be in London with Mikasa. She shouldn't be allowed in Paradis either. They shouldn't care that she's mourning Eren too. She killed him! What? No, we should have seen a couple panels of Levi, Gabby, and Falco bonding. Or maybe after Gabby and Falco detitanized and hugged and she threw him or whatever, aw, cute, whatever, they should have went over to Levi. Are you okay, sir? Carried him maybe, or like, I don't know. They just should have established some sort of bond. It was just jarring. That was so jarring. I don't even want to talk about Reiner. First of all, he should have died. First and foremost, he should have died. Reiner should not be alive, but he's sniffing Krista's papers. He's all of a sudden super sprightly. It makes no sense. It doesn't make sense. Historia's writing is so pretty and it smells good. Dude, you were trying to kill yourself 3 years ago. You were trying to kill yourself. Yeah, 3 years is a long time. But still, it's like, this stuff is out of nowhere. I don't know. And Annie she doesn't even deserve to live. What kind of message is that? She came into Paradis killing people like rag dolls. I don't know. She just came into Paradis killing people like ants. Levi's entire squad. And now she's Armin's girlfriend. It makes no sense. I think in my perfect ending, her dad should have died. When the Marleyans turned their freaking guns on the Paradis people, they should have shot her dad right there. Then she would kind of be, not really, but she would have at least lost something. At least lost something. They should have shot her dad in that moment. But no, Eren, what's his name? Armin, steps in front of her. I'm Armin Arlert, and we are not Titans. Or else we would have transformed already and attacked again. I killed Eren. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Not trying to go over 40 minutes this time again. So I'm going to have to wrap this up in the next 10 minutes. Let's see. Where's the comment I really wanted to talk about? Christopher Silver says, every single person that you saw getting eaten in season 1 through 2 could have been saved by Eren. That's how broken the writing of this chapter was. Agreed. All right, here we go. This is the one I really wanted to get to. By Solomon Narral. Thank you so much for your comment. This comment is the best thing I've ever seen. Literally wrote me an essay, right? Thank you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for this, because everybody needs to hear this. Reason number 1 why this ending sucked. Eren became a simp from the well-written character with single-minded determination he was. Character assassination at its best. Okay, sure, he loved Mikasa, But we got no crumbs that it was romantic. We never got a single crumb that it was both dually the same amount and intensity mutually. We got all that heat from Mikasa. We got all that heat from her. We got nothing from Eren. What am I to you? What am I to you? That was the point where if she had said, I want to date you, I love you. I feel like after something like that, after it's spelled out to him then, it could grow to romantic love. I do think that. And Aramika is special. I do think that too. It's really special. It's cute. I love it. But this is the guy who's asking Zeke, hey, do you know anything about Ackerman's bonding to a host to try and protect them forever? Zeke's like, no. I think she just likes you. And Eren's like, huh. Oh, all right. What? Like, huh? All right, I'm running out of time. I got 8 minutes. The reason number 2. Solomon's reason number 2. No one knows Ymir, the founder. No one knows her real intentions. Also, no one knows what happened to the hallucigenia. Why did she help Eren if he was supposed to be stopped in the first place? Anybody got an answer to that? Why even help Eren? You mean to tell me she was like, oh yeah, if I help Eren, we're going to get his plan. Whose plan was it? We don't even get clarification of whose plan it was. Oh, Ymir wanted specifically to stomp out 80% of humanity? That this was her specific plan? Whose plan was it? We don't even get that answered directly. Number 3. Ymir loving Karl Fritz. Doesn't sit right. Yeah, I don't know. That one's kind of wobbly. A lot of people are like, why does Ymir love the guy who raped, beat, abused her, da-da-da? It happens in real life, guys. It does. Because, in other words, I could just be like, why did Historia's mom not love her? A mother should always love a child, da-da-da, It's, nothing's ever that simple, You gotta remember, Ymir was a child when she met him. And, like, children who get raped don't really understand what's happening is rape, right? And then they grow an attachment to their abuser and stuff. So this all makes sense. I actually do get the Ymir being in love with Karl Fritz. It doesn't sit right. I don't like it either, but it's not a reason to stay bound to paths for 2,000 years. I don't think that correlates at all. I don't understand that at all. And then they talk about Reiner's character arc being a joke. Yeah, I know. No connection at all with Historia's baby. There is no point of her having the baby. Besides her, postponing getting the Beast Titan from Zeke. That's the only purpose of her having that baby. In other words, we didn't need the few panels of her giving birth. We didn't need her to lie about the timing of the birth. What was the point of her lying about the timing? Anyone? People who like to comment stuff and say that I'm just a stupid girl who didn't get my head canon realized? Why did Historia lie about the date of birth? The Survey Corps were like, oh, she's going to give birth in a few months. She gave birth that day. Why did she lie? Why was Eren, because that was his hoodie, why was Eren outside of her door when she was talking to the farmer? Why? Did that ever get explained? Did we ever get an explanation for that? No, we didn't. These are the plot holes we're upset about. Along with a lot more. Shit just not coming full circle at all. Like someone else said, this plot, what basically happened was a straight line. Now, I didn't really care about Ymir being reincarnated and whatnot. I didn't really care about all that. I just thought, oh, it's going to be a royal baby, and either Aaron's going to use it or not. Or I thought I thought the big twist was going to be, as they're killing Titans and whatnot, Titans are just getting wiped out and killed, that baby, as they're killing every single shifter, that baby's going to inherit all of them. That one baby that Historia is giving birth to, which technically would be giving birth to a founder, right? All 9 Titans in one baby. I thought that would be the twist. You know, along with everything else coming full circle, I thought the twist would be this baby is the next Ymir. This baby's gonna either fuck shit up or, you know, I don't know. But I wasn't expecting it to just be a nameless baby. At least we got a face. We didn't even get that with the farmer. At least we got a face this time. 7, Annie got away scot-free. No guilt, no shame. No apologies. Exactly. It makes no sense. And like I said in my last rant, the way they moralize some of these characters is so incredibly weird. How is what Aaron doing in killing innocents any worse than what Annie did in killing innocents? How is it any worse than what Reiner did in killing innocents? How is it any worse than what Bert did in killing innocents? Since he only killed 1,000 and not 2 billion or however many Aaron killed, he's fine. He's the lesser of 2 evils, so he's fine. He gets off scotch-free. He's a good guy. No, perfect, stand-up guy. Reiner's the greatest. Reiner is the only character, I'll give him that. He's the only character who shows remorse and guilt for what he did. And he killed Marco! And nobody cares. And I believe that's why he didn't show up in the last chapter, because I guess Isayama wants you to forget. No Marco smiling at Jean, which I would say is another plot hole. Why can't Marco smile at Jean, John, you know? Was he not one of the reasons John joined the Survey Corps? But no, he's omitted to kind of excuse Annie. Oh, she can date Armin and be happy. Another thing that isn't answered, how old is Annie? Did she just not age for those 4 years or 3 years, however long she was in the crystal? How old is she? By the way, right? Another thing not answered. Is Armin actually a slave? Does he only like her because Bert? Did he only start liking her because Bert? Another thing we never get a real answer about. Their point number 8, the cycle of hatred didn't end fully. Now, I can see... Okay, I did a video about all the possible endings, right? All the theories. And there was the Alliance Regret theory, which is basically this one, kind of. There was a right way to do it. Go watch that video again. Or go watch it. Look for the Alliance Regret theory. And that would have been the proper way for Isayama to do it. Or something close to or like that. For Isayama to do something where the cycle of hatred isn't actually over. That would have been the proper way, or something near to that. I'm not going to go into it here because I'm running out of time. I'm not going to make... Oh my god, it's already been 40 minutes. Now, which I kind of touched on already, Historia is the leader of Nazi Germany, right? Which nods to Game of Thrones. It kind of reminds me of Daenerys being the leader of this just, horrifying regime, right? After she takes over King's Landing. It just really reminded me of that. Historia isn't free either now. And neither is her baby. Like I said in the last one, that baby is going to be indoctrinated to be a Jaegerist. The cycle of hatred will never stop. The only thing accomplished in this is taking away Paradis's weapons. That's all Eren accomplished. Took away all of Paradis's weapons. Ymir should have never ended paths. Titans shouldn't have been taken care of. They shouldn't have been eradicated, honestly. Because they were the only chance Paradis stood. And that's a fact. In a world without the racism towards the Paradisians, in a world without, the war and stuff, the Titans were their only... Well, in a world without that, They wouldn't need the Titans, but this is a world with all that. So they do need them. In a world where Eren completes the genocide, they don't need Titans. But he didn't complete the genocide, so they do need them. They were their only weapon. Their only effective weapon. They're behind 100 years. They're going to get wiped out. The story was pointless. Another hole. Where's Yelena? Where is she? Don't you think some people would care? People in the anime like Yelena a lot right now. They're gonna want to know what happens to her when all of this is over. And then yeah, they mention Flock, whatever. He was a good character. Now, it was funny in some guy's live I decided to just watch. He was like, I'm a Jaegerist, let's all cope together. Somebody said that Flock was what did they say he was? A fascist. No, I think he was a nationalist. He was a nationalist. He'd been through the wars, you know? He fought the Beast Titan and stuff, right? He almost died. And stuff, right? And he just wants his life, he wants his life to continue. It's human nature. So I just think Flo's the best boy. He was down for Eren. Eren told him his plan, and he was down, and he did not waver to the last breath. Literally. He got it. He's like, I want to live. I want to be free. Kill him. I'm Flo, bro. Like, Flock. Dead ass, I'm Flock. I feel I'm him. I understand. Yes, Eren, go. Do it. I would like to be alive. I would like to not be in Nazi Germany knockoff 2000. Thank you. There's already the inconsistencies with Mikasa having her mind altered when the founder apparently can't do that. Don't know how that works. Eren killing his mom or having a hand in it, shitty, right? Makes no sense for his character. Falco's bird titan, plot device, yes, very much so. Very much so. What else? Hallucigenia isn't explained before the last 2 chapters. No, it's not. There is no established fact killing it will destroy the Titan power from the world. Now, I feel like that one's kind of debatable because we realize that is where the Titan power stemmed from. So destroying that, I feel like, would, in turn, obviously, destroy all the Titans. But let me ask you this. The worm, the Hallucigenia, is a separate entity from Eren at this point. It began as a separate entity. It was alive as a separate entity, before Ymir attached to it. Why does killing Eren kill that when it's a separate entity from him? It makes no sense. It's out squirming and worming on its own. Eren's killed, and let's say Ymir decided to kill it. Bullshit. It was doing just fine before she attached to it at the bottom of the lake or the tree or whatever the hell that was. I'm just confused as a separate entity. That should have been the boss fight. Okay, Ymir might decide, all right, I'm done. Mikasa, sure. Kill Eren, thanks. Now I realize I can let go of my unhealthy love. My one-sided love. You see, that would have made more sense if Mikasa's love was one-sided. Because Ymir's was. Oh my God, that just hit me now. Ymir's love was one-sided. Therefore, if they are to be parallels, Mikasa's and Eren's should have been one-sided. I didn't even think about that until right now. How stupid this all is. Eren and Mikasa's love should have been one-sided. If Ymir sees herself in Mikasa, oh my God, it just doesn't make sense. Also, how are they parallels if Eren literally saved Mikasa's life and this King Fritz guy is a weird, creepy, pedophile loser? Just a thought. Also, we needed explained, which I touched on previously before, why Historia went from being completely against the war and whatnot to being for it. Now, if Eren wiped her memories, right, like he did with Mikasa, somehow, and Armin and all his friends, if he wiped her memories, only to be returned upon his death, right, like with his other friends, What the hell did he say to Historia? Honestly. So no matter how you chop it or twist it, we need that Eren and Historia conversation. How did she suddenly get on board with it? Now, any logical person would think, oh, Eren is the father of her child. She wants this child to live a free life like she never got to. Thus, the rumbling makes way for that child to have a free life. No indoctrination, no war, just a happy-go-lucky kid. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. And if you think you know something that I don't, please tell me in the comments. But you better do it respectfully, because I will drag you. I'm done at this point. Like, I don't care. What else do we have here? Historia gives the power of the island into Jaegerists, a far right-wing group on the island. Is a massive FU to the world's peace. Historia is against mass genocide so much that she gives the strongest nation on the planet into a hardline fascist group that would likely subdue everyone in the name of restoring the Eldian Empire. That's exactly right. So literally, the genocide in its completion would have taken care of all of that. I don't understand why 80% was good and 100% was not. It makes no sense. If you're okay with 80%, you should be okay with 100%. That's just smarter. You'd be safer. And if he's killing innocents anyway, why not just close your eyes for the last 2 minutes for him to kill the rest? It doesn't make any sense. I would rather turn my country into a fascist regime instead of just having him go from killing 1 billion people to killing 1.5 billion. I don't get it. And then, yeah, obviously Historia choosing a childhood bully over, someone she knew and related to and had, pretty good chemistry with, Eren. These people in the comments trying to argue with me can never provide me with a good enough explanation for that. What's the point of that? Mikasa being the center of everything is an ass pull. Her character development is reversed. Eren achieves nothing, and most damning, we had a reason for the last year why Eren was doing the rumbling. Only for a rug to be snatched from under our feet. Haha, JK, he doesn't really know why he's doing this. He just wanted to. He just wanted to have a little fun. Like, how did Isayama turn Eren into the Joker in 1 chapter? Since when was Eren the Joker? That is why it's character assassination. He always had a reason for doing the shit he did. He always had a strong conviction, always had a strong goal, always went towards freedom, just to be told in the last chapter, hey, he's Ymir's little bitch boy. That's why we're upset. Thank you. His death solves nothing. His death solves literally nothing. Nothing's accomplished. Not a single problem is addressed or completed. It's just all bullshit. Salman finishes up their comment by saying, the biggest running problem with the Alliance is that they're ignorant, short-sighted, and unmotivated to solve the bigger problems in the series. They've already explained through Hanji that the death of Paradis is inevitable after the rumbling is stopped. They have not once even thought about ending the Titan Curse or freeing Ymir. That's what all the Jaegerists thought Eren's goal was, right? Anyways, them being de-Titanized was a sweet surprise for them at the end, right? Oh, we're not Titans anymore. Oh. Side note, how the heck did Eren convince Grisha to give him the freaking Attack Titan and coordinate power? How did he convince him to do that? How? Let's have that conversation in the comments. They say having the Alliance get what they want, aka killing Eren, stopping the rumbling, and saving humanity solves exactly none of the problems in the series. For the fans crying, Eren is a hero. Can't believe what he's done for his friends. Shut up. Nothing's accomplished. All right, bye. Sorry. Okay, sorry. One last thing. The ending of this manga for me felt like the ending of a movie, but like a movie there's going to be a part 2 to. Where the bad guy at the end's like wagging his finger, I'll be back. And then they're like, damn it, shucks. Guess we got to get him in movie 2. Sorry that was long and passionate, but I really just needed to get that off my chest. Don't argue with me unless you have your facts lined up and ready. Thanks for watching. subscribe, comment, like, bye. The ending sucked. The ending sucked, and I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for saying that. No, I'm not. Sorry, not sorry.